They know that you have God inside of you. They had to beat him while he was handcuffed on the hospital bed. That's how much fear they have. We're not calling for nobody to lose their job. We're calling for much more. We're calling for the justice of the Most High God. Let's unite. Get my telephone number. Let me take yours. And let's not say it. Let's really be about it. Let's really be about it. When Christ called the 12 tribes of Israel, he called them as one. It's time for the tribes to come together as one. Or this will continue on and on and on and on. But not on the watch of Commanding General Yohana and the ISUPK. The Israelites said everybody say it's crazy. Wear the fringes and the bands and the afros and the spikes and oh my goodness, what is they talking about? They're out here speaking love. This is love. This is love talk. Because we love you. You my brother and my sister. With that, shalom. Most High.
What do we want? When do we want it? Now!
Yep. Most High Christ. What up? Put these lights on, Bubba Kushal. There you go. Now, how y'all be having the best lighting? During y'all classes and stuff, I'll be like, damn. How can I get it like that? Maybe focus center. You can pull it back just a little bit. They're right up on the top. All right. I'll go with the shades. And I think it's like these lights just pull them back a little bit. Wow. All right. Talking about Robert Brooks. Okay. Robert Brooks. You can come up here, Sabiyah. Make sure you know how y'all can be heard too. Okay. Wow. All right. It's corrupt. See, it's sad what we're getting ready to talk about. It's horrible and it's an atrocity because we know about police brutality. Okay, because we see police brutality and there's more cameras to focus on police brutality to get, the brutality, the unaliving, the oppression, the horrific acts of these police. We get to see that more than we do the correctional officers in prison, right? Because when you in prison, ain't no crowd that you can yell out to, or that people might see it and be able to record or to report. Sabiyah, give him a hand, man. Sabiyah just told me about another family here from Syracuse, Edward Schultz. He said that brother was beaten by the correctional officers, and another inmate had to contact his family. Just imagine that, how much of integrity and brotherhood that other inmate got to do to get a call. It's hard for y'all to make calls when you're incarcerated. So you taking this chance of making a call, and he's telling the family, oh, they got his cell blocked off, and the brother is beaten badly, and he's in the infirmary or he's in the hospital. That's horrible. That's horrible. It's horrible because it's like, damn, you really battling the beast. All right, okay. Can you elaborate, Sabiyah, just a little bit
on the situation?
Just on what I'm saying, and you too, Naharyala, if you would, and anybody online. Police brutality, we can talk about police brutality because it's more visible. Now, what goes on in the prisons and in the jails, it's not as visible. We wouldn't know these things, right? Am I right? You get what I'm saying? Like, A cop on the corner right here on South Ave, right on Salina or Midland. If a cop is beating somebody, somebody's driving by in their car or walking by and can pull their phone out. You understand what I'm saying? Or there's a camera here on this store, a camera at that store, the city camera, the police cameras that they got on every corner. But when you incarcerated, that's what I mean. Like, right or wrong? Go ahead.
Basically, especially what you're saying is really heavy too, because this is what they take advantage of. They take advantage that there's no eyes in there. They take and by them doing that, they would take your phone privileges. They would take your visiting privileges.
By doing what?
By putting write your fabricating ticket. So many times where these COs will write a fabricating ticket, they make it up, say, hey, he's doing this, he's doing this. And the lieutenant and the sergeant is with it. The same way like the sergeant.
So what is a ticket? Just
for disciplinary tickets is more or less like, and they got these rules. So even it could be something for like as simple as making it better, because they want you to make it better a certain way too. Even though they may not enforce it every day, but for them to make an example, they will write your disciplinary ticket, which where you got to go to a hearing now, and then you go to the lieutenant, and I'm saying no matter what, he gonna take the CO, whoever wrote the ticket, you know what I'm saying, word, and the disciplinary would be, hey, 60 days loss of phones, you know what I'm saying, no visits, no commissary or packages. They would strip you of all these things where you can reach. They would strip you from the outside to where you can't contact your family. So then, what's so important about the brother being able to call his family is because when they take these your phones, y'all have a brother. Like for instance, me and Nahar, y'all are in the same spot, and they take my phones. So he on the phone, he would add my phone to his phone list. So because you got to have the number on your phone list to where he will be able to contact my family if something happened to him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how that happens, because we on loss of phones, but we still got to contact the family.
This damn near impossible.
It's truly, especially in the max.
This is hard. This is a difficulty.
Come.
Just to make a phone call.
Yep. Come.
So if a correctional officer has an alt against you,
yep, or
he don't like you for some, and let's not get it twisted, who these correctional officers are.
Come.
These are Edomites from the middle of nowhere.
Come.
Grew up racist, born racist, right? Live racist. And they work where they're over, correctional officers over Black and Hispanic men.
Come.
So if they racist, he might just not like you because
that's it.
Because you Black.
That's it.
He ain't gotta have a reason. So he don't like you, and he'll write you a ticket over something. He'll fabricate it.
Come.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Nari.
So for example, I got a work release program, and they kept denying my addresses. So while everybody go out back home, I was stuck in the house with the CO, and the CO was
whoa, run that back, Nahar. Y'all gotta slow it down. See, Nahar and Sabayab, they are the product of Commanding General Yohana and the ISUPK.
That's right.
Of never going back to being incarcerated.
That's right.
Of what the solution is.
Come.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, what is it? What's the recidivism rate?
Like 89%.
89%, 85%, right? 85% of every person that gets incarcerated, gets locked up, goes back. Now, Hayal and Sabayab are proof that doesn't have to exist.
That's right.
Because of the ISUPK. Because the Most High has instilled something on this earth for Black men to be a part of. Right. So that's why I'll be like, yo, y'all gotta slow down. Y'all be telling me stuff. I'll be like, y'all gotta slow down to break it down to the people.
Come.
You on a work release program.
I'm in a work release program, but it's like jail. So the same officers that's work release come from the box.
So it's okay. Work release. So you go to jail.
You in jail. If your address get approved, you can go home for 3 days.
For 3 days, and then go back.
Come back for 4 days.
Wow.
But since they wouldn't approve my address because they said that none of my family ever did anything for me my whole bid, so I can't live with.
Whoa.
So racist.
They'll deny you going home to your family because they saying Your family never did anything.
They
for
checked
you.
all my visits. They checked all my phone records. They checked everything.
But what if you come from a poor family?
Then you ain't going nowhere. So you sit there and then they use you as a slave there while everybody's gone. So the CO.
So they hate the poor. Like
yes. Yeah.
They'll say you ain't getting no commissary.
Yeah.
No visits.
From
now, mind you, it's 3, 4, 5 hours to go visit your loved one in prison on a bus in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
Mind you, it costs so much money for a phone. Your mother or your rib or your brother paying this phone bill, that's crazy. And y'all gotta fight for the phone in the jail, in the prison. So all this, and they'll look and go, oh, you ain't getting nothing, you need some no support. So we gonna restrict you from going home.
So the counselor is the Edomite. The counselor is the Edomite, the nurse is the Edomites, the CO is the Edomites, and the lady looking at me and telling me, no, we just can't. We can't. And I'm like, yo, my aunt came and see me. She sent me money. I had receipts. She said it wasn't enough.
Oh my goodness.
And I know for a fact people that, so I'm just like, I'm thugging it out. So the CO said, yo, man, he told me I got to call him sir. I told him, no, we not in shot camp. I don't got to call you sir. He like, all right. You don't know how it is easy for us to get you out of here. So on my first pass to go out, they lied.
So they wanted you to stay with the CO.
They wanted me to stay at the jail with the CO. Because the CO was watching jail while everybody go back out home. And then come back. And then
so you just walking around the jail by yourself, or
it's like a
couple brothers?
It was like a outhouse.
Okay.
That was right outside the
trailer
jail,
in front of
it's still in it's still in this wall.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like the prison yard and the prison population. It's like a outside program.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the prison or the COs that's working in the box is the same COs that's working in the work release program. So the COs that
hold up. The same CO that work in the box.
Yeah.
Which is known, New York State, they passed a law, or they're trying to pass laws because it's so cruel.
Yeah.
The box is so cruel. The box is solitary confinement.
Right.
And they'll throw you in the box. Is it 23 and 1?
Yep.
Where you in the dark.
Yep.
The sister was just telling me, Carol Horn, the sister that we were just with, she was telling me her son is in Elmira. He can't get commissary to his cell because of the rat problem.
Yep, that's true.
The rats is eating his commissary.
That's true.
So you mean to tell me the same ones that's over this cruel, unusual punishment are sitting you in the dark? They bop you over the head and just throw you in a goddamn box. It's pitch black. Don't feed you half the time. Don't listen to you. Tell you to shut up while you screaming from some pain or some ailment. These are the same guys over the work release program.
Right. Yo. And the reason why I bring it up is because of the ticket thing. He said. This is how they used it. So first he said, they say racist stuff like this. Y'all don't deserve to be out there. Y'all like animals. Y'all don't deserve to be free. Shut up. The Super Bowl day, they locked everything down because we was having fun. They said no smiling and laughing. Not when I'm around. So when they was gone, I left.
So you can't smile and laugh while you watching the Super Bowl.
This is what they telling us. They shut it down. No Super Bowl. We like, yo, we free. Like we damn near.
So what are you talking about on the work release?
No work release. So, but this is how they flex their power. So back to the more of the stories with the ticket thing. So this is how they did me. You know what I'm saying? They like, yo, all right, I come back from looking for a job. Yeah. And this was in Buffalo. Work release in Buffalo. Yeah. I'm in Buffalo looking for a job. I come back. They say, yeah, you got a ticket. I said, what? A ticket for what? They said smuggling.
What?
I said, smuggling what? They said I was smuggling tobacco.
In the prison, into the jail.
And I bought the tobacco from the prison. So we get to the hearing, like the Doc was bringing out, the lieutenant is at the hearing. Yeah. So now the person who on Shamar, who on guard for the door, is the same cop who wrote the ticket. So he just sitting there like this. And I'm telling the lady, like, how can I smuggle something that's legal? Yeah. He said, well, technically, the moment it leaves the facility, it can't come back. I said, I never left the facility with it. They said, oh, well, you attempted to. because it was in your locker. They gave me 30 days and kicked me out and sent me back to prison. I lost all my time.
Wow.
Yeah. That's like, and it's like, there's nothing you could say. You're powerless. It was a complete lie. She knew it. The lieutenant knew it.
Yeah.
He knew it. And at the end, I was taking me back from the thing. He said, I told you. I told you.
Wow, because you want to say yes, sir.
That was one of the reasons. I'm just led to believe it's because I was black. They all hated me. It was always like that my whole day.
Yeah. That is insane. That is insane. Yo, for no reason.
For no reason. I did a whole extra year.
So let's take this up, okay? Because Robert Brooks was unalived by the brother, right? I mean, Robert Brooks, the brother was unalived by the COs.
Right.
Okay. Being that he's unalived by the COs, a lot of people put comments to the video. So I'm reading the comments, of course, Edomites. What did he say? What did he say? He must have said something to him. Oh, he must have spit on him, but that's not even that. Even if now, y'all, are you telling me something to where why wouldn't you get mad? Anybody would be mad or angry. Anybody's gonna be mad or angry.
Right.
You doing the positive, you doing the correct thing, you looking for a job. You come back from looking for a job. Oh, you got a ticket because you smuggling tobacco, and you telling these people, I didn't smuggle that. I'm not doing that. Right. That's not true. This is false. So you standing at the correctional officer, you talking to him like a man. Why are you lying? You lying on me? So just imagine you saying that to him. Oh, you smart mouthing.
This is up.
So now he yell at you. Now you a man. You going to yell back. So I'm just thinking, even if Robert Brooks is yelling at them, he's got a reason to be mad or upset. They're taking him to the hospital, to the infirmary. That's where they did this at. Yo, these people are inhumane. Go ahead, Sabiyah. He was talking.
It's like, if I may add, because you just said that the comment said that he do anything. Like, you don't never got to do anything, because even when I got out the box, they gave me 6 months in the box, and I got out the box, and I get the Cossacks.
You were in the box for 6 months.
Come.
Where at?
They had sent me first. I was in Green, and they sent me to Governor Shoot 200.
And that's that's solitary confinement prison, right? Okay.
So when I get out of Cossacks,
how is that though? How is that concept?
Yeah.
Like, you have to be the devil to think of torturous ways to torture people. Like, because solitary confinement should just be at that prison.
No, but
right? You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, you doing too much. I know they got both. But what I'm saying is, they don't go, yo, you doing too much. We gotta put you in solitary confinement over just in the basement or on this side of the prison because you're doing too much. You done stabbed up folks, you done beat up people, whatever. So they have solitary confinements for months and years.
Yes.
I have a cousin who's, I forget, the 5 Point? South Point.
That's a box. That's strictly
just a box. And I'm like, yo, how could they do that to a human being? So they put you in the box. They took you from Green to where?
To Governor.
For 6 months.
Come.
Yo, how do you do that for some? That is straight up. Look up what's that, Django? Where they put the slaves in the box. Look up slave punishment, the box for slave punishment. Remember they put his rib. They put Broomhilda in the goddamn box.
You want the scene?
I don't know if it's able to show.
It probably won't have it on YouTube.
Matter of fact, just look it up because I think she's naked in the scene. where they would strip you naked, put you in the box in front of the plantation, right underneath the sun.
Hot box.
Hot box. That's where the term hot box comes from. The hot box. Type in slavery, hot box. You got it? Torture.
Wow.
Look at that.
Just imagine a whole jail like that.
A whole jail.
Filled
Yep.
with
That's the
nothing
same
but
size.
thousands of these.
Yep, put that on there.
That's the same size.
You got it on there? The one they had her in was like a casket, though, where like you had to lay down. They put you in there to lay down. God damn.
It looked the same.
It look the same.
It looked the same.
That's the box.
Come. Because what they do is they have the shower in there, then they have a cage connected to the back. That's your wreck. You don't really go anywhere. You go into a cage for wreck. That's
I used to visit brothers at the Justice Center. I was part of this program, jail ministry. And when I would go in there, they allowed me to pass out some flyers, UPK. And they was like, "Oh, you can come back by here." And the brothers was like, I'm like, what is this part? Like you said, like a dog kennel. Like one brother in this cage, this cage, in this cage, and they was locked down. They said, "You get an hour in here." And that was the only time they could communicate to somebody else because they'll let the other brother come in the cage
next
on the other side of, like, in front of him or next to him. And I'm like, damn, this is crazy. How cruel could you be? Now, I'm gonna let you finish, Salakia. I gotta tell me to, because I want y'all to embellish and tell the story. Get the other ones too, if you could. All right, y'all. For sure. If a man's not crazy, you're gonna make him crazy.
That's what they do.
Look at that. Look at that. Go back to the other one. That's it. That's it. That's the one. Now that's got the heater in there like that. That's the hot box.
Wow.
They would lay you down in that. Now it didn't have the heater in it, but they put it right up under the sun. They put women and children in this.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying? And then just splash water on you once a day or something, just to keep you alive, to continue the torture.
Wow.
Look at that. Look at that. That's the box.
Come.
Look at the cage, like you said. That's your wreck cage. So if you're not crazy when you come into prison, they're gonna make you crazy.
That's right.
You 23 hours in this?
Come. 24. Because if the wreck, they have wreck at like,
you see that? Look at that at the prison.
Good night.
And then go back to the first one. Y'all, go ahead, Sabi, y'all.
Well, now I'm about to say, sometimes you're being in for 24 hours because the wreck, they may say wreck is at 7 or 8. You know what I'm saying? While you in there so hungry that they're trying to sleep from meal to meal. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean? What you mean? You sleeping off for your hunger?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So like what it is, they feed us early before population. So your last meal gonna be like foursome. Your last
That's
meal.
what the sister was saying. They said her son's child time is 3:30.
That's your last meal for the whole day.
Yo, how is dinner at 3:30?
With no commissary. So yeah.
You're
saving your breath.
And even if he did get commissary, he can't have it because the rats is eating it in his cell.
Yeah.
The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
I don't understand what more proof you need. This man has a prison industry that is nothing but torture.
That's right.
Go ahead, though. So they sent you to government.
I'm getting off. After 4th, they sent me to the shoot 200 because they will move you from the jail if your box time is more than 45 days, because that means now my classification went up.
Okay.
So now say if your box time is more than 45 days, you pretty much got to get out that jail. You know what I'm saying? So they're sending you to a shoot 200, whether it's whatever jail got shoot 200 or upstate box, wherever they hold. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, your uncle, South Point, wherever they'll hold. You know what I'm saying? Long-term box times. I mean, lefty box time. So whether, you know what I'm saying, pretty much 90 days or more, they will send you somewhere where it's strictly just box population. So then when I get out of there and I get to Kawasaki, you know what I'm saying? I just get there. I'm going to the yard, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just not.
If you don't mind, what's your age?
At this time, I went in at 17. So this time.
So you went in at 17 years of age, yo. Yo, Barakataya Howard Shah. This brother went in at 17. You a child.
Come.
You a child. You didn't graduate high school.
Wow.
Right. So you went in at 17. So think of your mind state. The mind doesn't fully develop until you're 25.
Come.
So you still have a maturity that you have to develop in your mind. So you're going through all that. And then while you're incarcerated, there's times where you've been in solitary confinement.
Come.
Go ahead.
So I get there, like you said, I'm basically pointing out the point that you don't have to do anything. So when I get there, they probably want to make an example because one thing they think is like the priest said about even saying sir or giving, don't look him in the eyes. Don't look him in the eyes. So when I get there, I guess they thought I was looking at them, I guess, in the eyes. Long story short, I'm trying to see who all in the job. I'm new there. I'm trying to see who all there. Now, if I know anybody there or anything. So
you can't look at who in the eyes.
Them.
The correctional
officers or the
they told you that?
Mm-hmm. Eyeball. Yep. Or the civilians.
You gotta like look past
them or down.
Yo, this is inhumane.
Come.
You're telling another human being that they cannot look at you in your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot look at people in their eyes. Do you know what that does to people? You 17 years of age being told you can't look in nobody's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a human connection to look at somebody in their eyes.
Okay.
Right? So what they're teaching you is that you are less than human.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you being less than human, it's going to give you animal instinct.
Come.
It's going to make you think aggressively against everybody.
Come.
So in the Bible, in Deuteronomy chapter 28, where it talks about the curses, and it talks about the hate you have for your brother,
Come.
they damn near instill that in you.
Come.
So you can't love nobody.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Because so I'm going to the yard and they stop me and they let everybody go. They stop me and say, hey, yo, you like, and they had it was a female CO too. Mind you, it's all Edomites. You know what I'm saying? I never found none of them attractive anyway, but their thing is, if you can't even look at them. So they thought I was looking at one of them. They're like, oh, you like her? And I'm like, what you talking about? No. But just by that alone, I didn't do anything, but just by that alone, they came and, hey, yo, try to make an example. They sent me back to my cell and let me go to rec or anything like that neither. But you don't have to do anything.
You talking about, this is crazy to me too, y'all. I know I keep interjecting.
No, you talking about?
You talking about Edomite white women, correctional officers?
Come.
Why would they even? I was watching that movie we was talking about, Escape from Dannemora.
Come.
Right? From Clinton. The cats that escaped from Clinton. True story.
Mm-hmm.
The two cats that escaped having sex with the sewing teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knew it.
Come.
She had to call them into the office. Into the storage room, and they rocking her out. And her husband also works at the prison.
That's how it goes.
So everybody work at the prison.
Come.
Why would you want your wife to work at the prison then?
The money.
Go ahead, tell me, because this don't make no sense. Why do they have women in correctional facilities?
So it's the economy. It's called the economy. When they go, it's politics. Jobs. When you hear jobs. He bringing home $60,000 a year. She bringing home $60,000 a year. 20 years they gotta work and they'll both get pensions.
Mm-hmm. But you go in there and is you eyeballing her?
You don't have to.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, why not just stop that?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you have this woman interact directly with inmates or men?
Mm-hmm.
That's just sick, yo.
Esau
is sick and stupid. Mm-hmm. Why would you have? Because my uncle was telling me stories about the female correctional officers. She got a husband at home. Yep. She come in here and this cat's in there having sex with her. I'm just like, that is crazy. Yep. Remember that story? The one got pregnant downstate. She got pregnant by the dude, and And I'm just like, yo, why would they have this interaction? It shows that they don't know how to organize. They're animalistic in their mind. They're bastards. Mm-hmm. But go ahead, so you eyeballing it, they say.
That's what they think. Yeah.
Right.
I just got there. At this time,
yo, this is straight up slavery. Emmett Till, you looking at my woman, you looking at the white woman. Mm-hmm. You looking at this beautiful white woman, boy, with your nigger eyes. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Again, Brock Yahweh was shy that it didn't lead to what happened with, with our brother Robert Brooks. Right. He rise again as well. But I'm saying you don't really have to do anything. It's like another CO at the same spot. What he used to do is he used to get like 3 toilet tissue rolls and roll them down material. And whoever cell that these tissue rolls land in front of, those were getting tickets for that day. Mm-hmm. Disciplinary tickets for that day. Mm-hmm. It was a game to pretty much torture us. You know what I'm saying? Flex their muscle, whatever it is, to instill fear in us. That was their game. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They took pride in that. Mm-hmm. Every jail has a beat up crew. Mm-hmm. Same thing. They probably with the beat up crew, but every jail, especially Kasaki, they have beat up crews. Mm-hmm. And then there's blind spots in all jails where there's no cameras. Mm-hmm. They know all this stuff. To where like that when they say he's resisting and being in cuffs, that is every day up there. Mm-hmm. That they have the same thing out here, but up there, you in cuffs, they're gonna beat you real bad. Some gonna die, and either way, they're gonna say you resisted and something you did.
Mm-hmm. And well, we got a comment. Police officer Quasiza said the drill instructors tell them not to look them in the eyes at boot camp too. So I got an instance where it was a dude we called him Spider-Man. He looked like Peter Parker. He was the cool CO. So I'm walking by the desk and I'm looking at him, and he looking at me. Like, what the fuck you looking at? Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, Slack, excuse my language, and I'm like, yo, what you looking at? Yeah. He like, come in the room. I'm like, I'm looking around and brothers in the door. I'm like, he called you out. Go in the room with him. He's like, yo, I leave everything right here. I leave my walkie. I leave everything right here. So I'm looking at the room. I'm like, you ain't gonna go in this room for real. He's like, you keep looking at me. What you want? You want to go in the room? I'll put everything down. I ain't gonna pull the pin. It's called the pin. They pull it. Everybody coming in and everybody getting beat up. So I'm looking at the room. I'm like, he's like, yeah, stop looking at me. This was the dude we thought was cool. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He's like, stop looking at me. We're going in there. And I'm niggas like, yo, why you going there with him? I'm like, man, I done went in there with him, man.
Right. You gonna beat up a correctional officer.
Yeah, they take that as like a sign of disrespect. I don't know how could it be disrespect looking a man in his eyes, but it's like they think they're better than you.
It's the white man. The white man is the devil. Okay, he's the Edomite, and like you said, like the quotas I just brought out in the military, Esau's military does that. Mm-hmm. It's to dehumanize you. Mm-hmm. Never in the ISUPK will any brother say, "Oh, that brother looked at me in my eyes and I took offense to that." Mm-hmm. That's just stupid. Mm-hmm. That has nothing to do with integrity at all. Mm-hmm. That is just complete dehumanizing you. Oh, you eyeballing me? You're not supposed to look him in his eyes. Why not? Why you don't look at the man in his eyes? Mm-hmm. That shows a sign of respect that you have for each other, because you in this battle with me, or you're a human being just like me, or you from the tribes as me. You my brother. So we would never do that in the ISUPK. It goes to show that this man doesn't know how to set up his kingdom. That's right. All right, go ahead.
You know, now pretty much what he's saying it too, because at the same time, again, that I know that had to come from the plantation as well. But we take that same mentality to the streets and do the same thing with our brothers. Why he looking at me like that? Yeah. Good point. Stop looking at me.
Yeah, why you looking at me? Mm-hmm. Right. Wow, that's a good point out. Yeah. So they took you to the shoe.
Khan.
Or you was about to say something?
Yeah, Khan. I was gonna say, like he was saying, a lot of this stuff literally evolved from the plantation, but we not knowing we slaves. Like half of us don't know in prison that we're slaves. Right. Like they got something called the black box, where it's not just handcuffs. Yeah, it's this thing on top of the handcuffs. Because the handcuffs you could move. It's a thing on top of a handcuff that's a black box, and they tie this to a chain around your waist, which ties to your feet too. Yeah. So now you walking like this. poem and you can't move. And somebody created that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody created that because now you can't get out of it. And we ask ourselves like, yo, where do all these tactics and methods that they come up with come from? And like the priest was bringing up, a lot of this stuff comes from the plantation.
It used to be the mitts.
I don't know what it used to be. I thought it was just
shell,
regular handcuffs.
No, you put the handcuffs on, and then they called them the mitts.
Oh, okay.
And it was where you had to keep your fist ball, and it was like a shell type of thing.
Oh yeah.
And that was another. They put two of them, and they clicked.
Wow.
So it was like shells over your. It's like the black box.
Yeah, the black
and then
box.
You saying it's chained to your wrist.
And you gotta travel like that.
Chained around your waist, all the way around your waist, chained down to your feet. And you're traveling like that. You get on the van, so you can go to court.
With another inmate.
And then they change you to somebody else.
That's crazy, man. So it's the straight chain gang, which is come from slavery.
On the bus.
All of this is slavery. All this is slavery, and it is inhumane how they treat these brothers. All right. So you get sent to the box. Was it for the he said you was eyeballing?
No. When I went to the box was from pretty much I fought in the yard, but they gave me 6 months for that. You know what I'm saying? Even though they unalived the brother, they gang unalived the brother, and they still free. But I got to fight in the yard.
Right.
And they gave me 6 months. But
That's
when I
crazy. That ain't even 6 months worth.
Yeah. But they said that it was we incited a riot.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? It was a 3-man fight, but they say we incited a riot. But so I get in Kawasaki, and the COs, they're doing the same thing, fabricating tickets over and over and over. And then one CO is, like you said, it's a CO, I still remember his name, CO Hobart. It's him, his wife, and his brother. They all work on our tier. So now I'm saying
how does his wife work on the tier?
Him, his wife, and his
What
brother.
does she do?
Same thing. They watch. They got the whole tier. So now I'm saying, and
Is he the one with the toilet paper?
Nah, that's
another.
Yeah, it's the same spot.
Okay.
But now I'm saying at this time I'm in ASAP,
Yeah.
which is the program where we need to go home.
Yeah.
So what they do is they make these tickets up to where you get kicked out of your program.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They get you kicked out of your program, and then you might lose your good time or whatever it is. But
you had.
So while this going on, I know inmates that already got beaten there. They got to beat them real in Kawasaki. What they do is they'll pop the cell open, like you got a package.
And some prisons is known more so than others
Come.
for their beat up crew.
Come. Like of course Kawasaki, Attica,
Attica.
like the priest brought out.
It's notorious for that.
Come. That's what they know. They had an Attica riot in there for. That's why we end up getting a little bit more so-called rights in prison because of what they stood for, whatever the case may be. But long story short, they was doing me so bad in Kawasaki that I had a right Attorney General. I had a right Albany. You know what I'm saying? I wrote Albany. This was when Andrew Coleman was governor. I wrote Albany. You know what I'm saying? I wrote IG. I sent a letter to my mom. Wrote it all on carbon paper. You know what I'm saying? Because he was basically telling me like, yo, he told me he beat a body in the 90s. The same CO say he beat a body in the 90s. Their thing was, you know what I'm saying? To
Whoa. The CO.
Yeah, come.
The CO. The wife and the brother.
Come.
He telling you.
Yeah.
Wait, was he flexing on you? Like,
because his thing was.
Keep it up. I already got a body.
Yeah, because
he's saying he unalived somebody in prison. And he kept his. Oh my goodness.
Come.
Go ahead.
His thing was that I just got off the phone with my mother. I'm talking to my bro. He actually from Syracuse too. Talked to him, telling him like, yo, it's real out there. And their thing is that we're not supposed to talk on the cell, on the gate.
Okay.
They didn't want us talking. So he walked by and said he taking my privileges for the week. And I said, no, I pretty much, when he came for child, said, you want child? I said, yes. And he like, yo, I'm gonna let you out. But my bro told me like, yo, don't go. We're gonna cook tonight. Because they know what's gonna happen. If I went to child, it would have been over probably. So he like, don't go, we're gonna cook tonight. You know what I'm saying? So he was gone for a week. So when he came back, he did crack my cell open. You know what I'm saying? And I go up there, he's just me. Him and 3 other COs. And by the stairs, he like, my hands in my pocket. He like, yo, take your hands out your pocket. He said, you still want child? You still want child? And I'm like, I'm happy at this moment.
So he was plotting to beat you up
come.
with a beat up crew.
Yep. So at this moment, I'm thinking it's either I'm like, yo, is this the time to be tough? Or is it the time to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, stay alive.
You know, yeah. So and I'm saying I stood there, hands in my pocket and all that. You know what I'm saying? Just like, damn, not knowing what's gonna happen pretty much. So at this time, I already wrote Albany. You know what I'm saying? I wrote my mom, I got letters out. And I'm telling
he
them,
knows that.
I don't know if they know yet because I'm telling them that if y'all, by the time I get this letter and I'm in the infirmary, know that it's retaliation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do what I'm writing. Next thing, after writing all these letters, that's when I end up getting on the drive.
So you told him. So he says, "You want child?"
Yeah. He said, "You want child?"
And what you say? No, I'm good. What?
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I didn't say nothing at first because I'm like, I'm thinking in my head real quick. Do I want to, you know what I'm saying, be tough, or do I want to live?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like at this time, like I didn't say I want child. He said, yeah. He said that's what I thought. He said that's what I thought.
Oh, so he knew you knew
it
was popping over.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I haven't go to child, but due to, you know what I'm saying, I went back to my cell, you know what I'm saying, a couple months later, I ended up on the drive, but that was he was going, you know what I'm saying, pretty much, I probably could have been like, you know what I'm saying, the brother that just happened over to Robert Brooks
yeah.
or Edward Schultz, because this is what they do. And his thing was this. He said, yo, I got a bad knee. This is your hint. He said, I got a bad knee. You know what I'm saying? Their thing is like you said, they make it seem they want to fight us, but if we come out and I really beat them up, it's over for them. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they do. They would make it seem like that now I'm saying they're gonna give you a fair fight or they're gonna be fair. You know what I'm saying? But they know that it's not fair because soon you even, you know what I'm saying, think about it pretty much. They're gonna make an example out of you.
Wow.
And that's what they did to it. And at this time, no matter how old you was, and due to I was the youngest on the tier at that time, anybody that's talking on the tier, they're gonna say it's me.
So they doing these things not just because they want to release their demons or have their demons on them and get the joy of you know, the satisfaction of beating somebody up to make them feel like a man because they less than men. They are straight cowards. Okay. They doing this and I keep hearing make an example. What that mean, y'all? Like I keep hearing people say that, like make an example. I know what it means, but if we could,
it's systematic. So what it means is what they mean when they say make an example, because the jail changes, it flip flops. So all these COs got reputations. Sometimes certain spots got a reputation. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in Gowanda.
Yeah.
Now Gowanda got a reputation that the police run the jail. You know what I'm saying? The police run the movement.
Correctional officers.
Yeah, the correctional officers run everything. Like they have these reputations that they gotta uphold. And if it costs them beating you up to do it, because they ain't getting this reputation by being nice. They getting this reputation because what they do is like they'll have a beat up crew, like you said. One of them they'll go overboard. Now they don't go to jail or face criminal charges. They'll move him to another jail.
So they like the Catholic Church with
molest
sexual assault on children. They just move you to another church.
Move you to another church. Move to
another diocese. That is demonic.
You never hear only
because how many prisons is in New York State?
A lot.
Hundreds upon hundreds. You be hearing about a new prison every day.
Right.
Like, damn, I ain't never heard of that prison before. I never heard of that jail. So they'll just take him and move him to another, and he got a body. And
he got a couple.
And do the inmates know?
Yeah,
they brag about it.
You know, they brag about it. That's how you get this. That's the example.
So they bragging about taking somebody's life.
Couple of them.
They bragging about beating a man while he got handcuffs on him. Like nobody look at that like, yo, he had to have the cuffs on him. Y'all jumped him. It took 6 of y'all. Nope, they don't even think of it like that.
Please. And Slakia, this is how it's easy for us to understand the scriptures. When it says, for God so loved the world, they literally have their own world.
That's it.
It ain't about morals. It ain't about right or wrong. Like when I got off the bus and shot him, it's a CO. He's the toughest one. He got a baby, a black baby. He got a black baby hanging on the noose. The black baby is right here. The noose is coming, it's tattooed like this. And when they reflex his muscle, the baby gets strangled. You know what I'm saying? And he's just known for he's just known for just tearing black people up. Because there's only us in there anyways. You know what I'm saying? He's known for just killing us. And
so this is the thing that we gotta fight for. Then.
Right.
We gotta fight for some way to be inside the prison because the police can't police the police. The correctional officers can't correct the correctional officers. They won't. They're a brotherhood. And we just seen that with the article that just came out, the Attorney General says I have to, what is it, recuse the water. I have to recuse myself from this because we already, the lawyers defending these correctional officers who's already known for this. Instead of her having some integrity as a black woman. But mind you, she is an advocate for abortion. So that black baby on the noose on the CO's arm, she was taught the same thing, to strangle that baby. She had an abortion at 39 now. Wow. Could you imagine that? Wow. She wasn't 20, 19, 16. She wasn't 25. I'm saying it's wrong, period. But she had an abortion at 39? That way she can continue on her career, is what she said. That's disgusting. That's crazy. Do you know how much money she probably make a year? She's got to make over 100,000, 150,000, 200,000. So it's not like you can't afford the baby. That is demonic. So this same sister, instead of her saying that was horrible, y'all done. Lock them up. What y'all did, put them in jail. We represent you. We no longer representing you anymore. You can do that as a lawyer. You know you can do that. You can say, what is it? It's something differences. You can say because of the differences, I don't. Defer him to. I suggested him to get another attorney. All of them, and we're gonna lock them up. She goes ahead and says, I'm going to have District Attorney Fitzpatrick of Onondaga County. This happened in Oneida, a different county. The brother's from Rochester, another county. Why didn't she get the District Attorney from Rochester? Why would she get William Fitzpatrick, who's the oldest DA in New York State? That's right. Who's been wanting to retire for 10, 15 years. Means that this is a political game that they play with the lives. That's right. Politically. That's right. With black people. That's right. Go ahead.
It's like if I may add to like going when I'm first going up there, going young and all that, we all the only thing we know about prison is the movies, like Oz and prison, all just pretty much prison movies. Yeah. So when I go in there thinking that my issue will go to be with my fellow, the fellow people that are doing time, those that are doing time with me. You know what I'm saying? But as you're doing your bid, you realize that we can handle ourselves in population. Right. We can handle ourselves, amongst everyone else. You know what I'm saying? I guess what they say is criminals. But the main threat, that's that's really a threat in our people's life up there is the correctional officers. Those are the ones that, I feel like everybody that go up there, we can survive in the population. Especially, coming from the streets, whatever it is. We all thought we was tough. We could survive amongst the group of the tough ones, I guess. But the issue comes with them. How they run the jails, like the priest brought up. They enforce the fear. Their thing is to enforce fear. Fear brings them power. And like Joe Muhammad brought up before, about even when they hunt, they get a thrill. They got a thrill when they were doing that to Robert Brooks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was already, when they showed the video of him already, pretty much limped already. They had a thrill.
He was gone, man. That brother was gone.
So they get a thrill.
Did you see that? When they pulled him off the bed, I'm like, he's gone. They pulling a lifeless body. What was they doing? They was trying to take him back on the van? And still beating them. Go ahead,
They take that as power, and then they try to cover it up. Everything they do, like pretty much when they thought they're gonna be able to cover and hide that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if it wasn't Brockdale Hawaii Shaka, if it wasn't for the footage, right? You know what I'm saying? Then it wouldn't even be out. It wouldn't even hit nobody would know about it. Right. It would be another because another brother here from Syracuse too. He was unalived up there as well. You know what I'm saying? They made it seem like he did it. You know what I'm saying? To himself, made rise again, a brother from here named Terry Cooper. He got unalived in prison.
And we don't hear nothing about this.
If it wasn't for his family, because that's why he really got his family. If it wasn't for his family fighting, you know what I'm saying? They fought for, you know what I'm saying, for whether, you know what I'm saying, to where the case would never die. The investigation kept getting investigated to where now they was able to see that it was wrongdoing and him get unalive.
It's a lot of people I could, please. They buried the brother already. Like, and there's another thing they'll say. They got graveyards there. So and they'll tell you when you walk through Elmira, they'll tell you, yo, don't play with these people. They'll bury you up there. Like, they'll bury you up there. Like, they buried the brother, and his family ain't hear from him in 90 days. And they said, oh, we tried to reach out to y'all and contact y'all, but he passed away from illness. So they paid a private investigator, and they got his body dug up because you really state property when you go in there. They have the right to bury you. You know what I'm saying? Legally. But you got family, it's a way you can fight. They got his body back, man. It was a murder. It was a murder.
Now they have a law. Now they have a case.
And I don't think none of them officers ever got arrested.
No, they didn't. Nobody even know their names.
You talking about for Terry Cooper?
Come.
So the only reason why we even know that anything because they from Syracuse and they you know what I'm saying, we know that was wrongdoing. But as for the officers, it's nobody got fired. It's no public, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like Pete said, that they would bury you up there.
And Salakia in the jail, that's his body. You know how they say the Bloods get teardrops every time they got a body? In the jail, that's his reputation.
So that's the game.
That's the game.
So that's the game.
That's the game. I got 5.
Yeah.
His man got 4. He just got 1. He fresh. So he don't got none, but he gonna get 1. And they just do this all throughout the.
Do they celebrate beatings?
Not in our face, but you can tell they do though.
Like they like it. Like we got your man.
And the word travels
in the
all
infirmary.
prisons. So we'll hear, yo, they just killed somebody in Green, and you went Groveland, or Gowanda or Collins, and be like, yo, they just killed somebody in upstate box. They like, damn, and the fear that it puts on all of the inmates, that every CO.
So when they act like, because remember when this just happened, right? And then when the footage was released, footage was finally released, what, 10 days after? 10, 15 days after the brother is gone, right? Then they're gonna say, oh, they shut down Mercy Prison, Mercy Jail. They shut it down. As if they shutting it down for what? The correctional officers? And my first thought is that's so they can inflict more torture on these brothers that's incarcerated. That's what they shutting it down for. So them brothers don't fight back. So they shutting it down, keeping the rest of the brothers away from their family. From visits and letters and commissary and certain privileges. They shutting it down from us. I'm like, they ain't shutting it down for the COs. So it's really a tactic to be like, yeah, we did this so that they can get the prison back how they want it. So truthfully, because you hear a lot, and I do understand the construct. Sometimes they say, well, brothers, black people, we run the prison. Because you hear that a lot.
No, that's a myth.
And it kind of get glorified, like you said, like this is a prison thing from the movies and the TV and stuff. So since I'm tough, I can be tough in there with them. And then you see in the population, and you thinking, okay, then black people, we gonna run the prison. I heard that before. I heard that from clowns, like, yeah, we ran the prison in there. Nah. So they'll do that to a brother, and they'll just shut this whole thing down. Get everybody back in line. Because they literally will take your life. Go ahead.
My Slappy's sister on here, she want to know, she want basically, as she much as got on, she want to know the cause of the death that happened.
Okay. You got the article up? You want to read it? Bring out the article about Robert Brooks.
Mana Aymar.
Okay. Robert Brooks was unalived by correctional officers at Marcy Correctional Facility. Marcy Correctional Facility is in Oneida, New York, which is in between Syracuse and Albany. It's like right in the middle. It's an hour away from Syracuse. Okay. All right.
We got Court documents reveal injuries suffered by Robert Brooks. An emergency risk protection order filed by New York State Police against one of the corrections officers accused of assaulting Robert Brooks at Marcy Correctional Facility has revealed the details of Brooks' autopsy. Catalyst for change, Brooks' family speaks publicly for the first time at the deadly Marcy beating. The court documents state that the Onondaga County Medical Examiner's Office conducted its autopsy on Brooks on December 11th. Brooks suffered multiple bruises to his face and extremities, a nasal bone fracture, soft tissue hemorrhaging in the muscles in his neck, hemorrhaging
Whoa. Read it again.
Brooks suffered multiple bruises to his face and extremities, a nasal bone fracture.
Meaning they broke his nose. Okay, they broke his entire nose. That bridge, that cartilage on your nose, that was disintegrated basically.
Wow.
Okay, go ahead.
Soft tissue hemorrhaging in the muscles in his neck.
Soft. What does that mean?
Soft tissue hemorrhaging.
That means bleeding on inside of his neck, meaning they were choking him.
It's like
he fought it. The way he fought it, the way he fought it was he was tightening his neck so they wouldn't suffocate him.
Like this.
Yeah, you know how you tighten your, or I don't know, if in a fight or whatever, you tighten your neck because their hands is around your neck or their arms. They're choking him so hard that his muscles inside started to bleed. Can you imagine that?
Wow.
Go ahead.
Hemorrhaging.
Hold on.
No, that's what I was about to say. No, just if I add one of the videos showed they had his whole head like this, his whole neck like this, shaking. So, you know what I'm saying, showed that, you know what I'm saying, that these injuries prove that they should be locked up for unalive. They should be first degree.
Right. And this is so disgusting how it's so disgusting how this justice system, the rehabilitation system, the prison industry is so unjust that if I do a crime and it's on camera, that's it.
That's it.
There's no investigation that needs to be done. That's it. This was on camera, and they're talking about an investigation. It's right there. Like, what more do you need? Go ahead.
Hemorrhaging overlaying the thyroid cartilage and hemorrhaging in his genital area.
Do you hear that up? They are perverse. He is a sodomite by nature. He is a full-blown, I want to use a word. I want to talk about the pile of sticks. They have an infatuation with the black man's sexual organs so much that they broke his genitals.
Wow.
Could you imagine that, man?
And this is just even more wicked.
Go ahead.
The medical examiner also expressed
That's to say you don't deserve a future. That is why every black, Hispanic, and Native American man should join the ISUPK.
That's right.
Should take this vow back to the Most High
right.
in Christ by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Because Abraham was told something about circumcision because it showed the symbolism of your seed line.
That's right.
And it's more and more stories. The brother in Rochester that was unalived by the police 2 years ago. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. Sharash, remember the brother's name. Sharash, bring it up if you remember. This brother had a mental issue and it was cold outside. They put him in the handcuffs and he basically drowned in a puddle of rain. He was in his boxers. They're on camera talking about his penis. Like, oh, look at the size of it. Yeah.
Daniel Prue.
Daniel Prue. Thank you, brother. The water. How disgusting is that, man? Over and over and over again, they on it like that. They some deviant bastards, man.
Right.
You cannot work in a correctional facility if you got these mental issues. You shouldn't be working there.
That's what.
The first instance that you got, you should be done. These are human beings. You can't do that on no other job.
That's what.
No other job will allow the sexual harassment, the abuse. They wouldn't allow it. That's it.
That's what.
You're terminated. Right or wrong. You go to your slavery and you sign off on that. They say, this is the book. You got to agree to all these terms. Did you read it? And it's just the sexual harassment section. It's the violent workplace violence, language, all that. So as soon as that gets found out and you know that, and you're known to do it, yo, you're fired. Isn't that a job? Oh no, this is a lifestyle for them. This is a lifestyle for the police and the correctional officers. Just imagine what they're doing to the sisters then.
Okay.
Just imagine what they're doing to Black and Hispanic and Native American women. Oh my goodness, please.
I just got a question. Has the church put out any statements or stands?
Can you ask that question again, please, brother?
Has the church put out any concerns, questions, comments?
Can you ask that question again, please, brother?
Has the Christian church, the Black Christian church, because I don't think they came, did they come out in Rochester? The church wasn't there, huh? The church wasn't there. And we was right across the street from the church, right? The church didn't show up. They don't mention it. They never, no sermon.
Wow.
This would be a good time to motivationally speak, right?
Mm-hmm. It's like I ain't seen no NCAA CP people say anything neither.
Good night. Islam?
I think it was the individuals, Islam there, but no organizations. It was only one organization that I saw, that was us. And that's perfect because that's the whole point of this thing, man. They need the ISUPK everywhere.
That's what.
They need us in the prison system.
That's what.
They need us there because we're the priests. We are the priests. We the only ones capable of policing the police.
That's what.
Correcting the correctional officers. Go ahead.
The medical examiner also expressed concerns for asphyxia.
I'll put it back to you.
From compression
From
of
what?
the neck. From compression of the neck.
Asphyxia is suffocation, meaning they strangled him.
As the cause of death, the court document states, Brooks' official final cause of death is still pending.
Who is the devil that the Bible speaks of? Man?
Wow.
They just did this whole entire article.
Let's look. She says, "I have a brother and niece."
Please get Sabayab's information. Make sure that sister gets your information.
Okay?
She might be in the UPK.
She left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let your camp leader know. Okay, we have a prison program.
Mm-hmm. She was just saying that she can't help but wonder and just come back to prayer.
Send me a message, Adolph. Okay, because we have Captain Zakar, who is over the prison program.
It's like it says, may I ask what zone you in?
Okay. A tremendous and wonderful program. All right. All right. They got the medical, it says the medical examiner. Now, you read the medical examiner, right?
Right.
And then they finish it with still pending.
Like,
what?
That's crazy.
Crazy.
What else caused the death then?
Crazy.
But that's what they do.
Okay.
Because that's what they did with Eric Gardner.
Mm-hmm.
They said, oh, because of his weight.
Mm-hmm.
Because of his weight.
And that's what's like.
And they got Al Sharpton up there to say, you know the brother was big.
Yeah,
What?
She in Nashville. In
the shot. Oh, yeah. That's a excellent priest. Please.
And Salavia, like me and the priest were talking about earlier, and they let this time go by so they can come up with ways to justify it. So now what they're trying to do is, what's it called when they mess with your character? something your
defamation of
the
character
of the person that gives them the right, or because a lot of these Edomites support this. They support this. What did he say? What did he do? What was he in jail for? Like my brother here in Syracuse, they start bringing up the crimes that he was in jail for.
Edward Schultz.
Right.
Yeah, I'm reading the article name. Oh, he committed this crime, he committed that crime. Please.
That's a tactic that they use. Right. That's a tactic that they use. It's like
to give you a particular image.
Yeah, it's called propaganda.
Right. So that the jury or the public could sway towards the side that you're a criminal.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So since you're a criminal,
got what you deserve. Yep.
You're incarcerated. Mm-hmm. You are sick. Mm-hmm. You're incarcerated.
Right.
Meaning you've been brought to justice. Mm-hmm. The system deemed this is what you need. This is the time you get. You're in jail. Boom. You're incarcerated. So since you're incarcerated, that means you are doing your part. Mm-hmm. What do they call it? Serving time. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do my time. He's doing time. For you to be that vile and disgusting means that you do not believe in a God. That's right. You don't believe in the Bible. And you're not truly Christian, if that's the terminology for Christianity, because Christianity is all about forgiveness. Right? So you mean to tell me we got to forgive white people, but white people don't forgive? That means white people got to forgive the criminals. Right. And say, well, you're incarcerated, but we forgive you. Mm-hmm. Let them have a chance of redemption. Mm-hmm. Do you know Jesus? Give them the pamphlet for Jesus. They're already Christian. God damn. And I'm saying God damn to pray. That's a prayer. The Most High sends condemnation on the correctional officers. That's right. I pray. I'm telling you right now. I pray. I pray the Lord take them out. That's right. Something beautiful. Mm-hmm. Take out their children. Take out their wives. That's right. Shouldn't their family feel the pain? Isn't that equality? That's right. So there's no forgiveness in prison? There's no forgiveness of any wrong thing that you've done? If that's the case, Nahariala, get the other article, please. Because the other article says that 4 out of 5 of the correctional officers were already under investigation for brutality to inmates. So aren't they criminals? That's right. So shouldn't they not be working? That's right. Take a white man's job. Oh my goodness, America goes crazy, right? Mm-hmm. Well, we don't want them to lose their jobs. They shouldn't lose their jobs. Why not? Right. They're under investigation for brutality. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, I just want to say something.
And this is what makes me so upset with the Christian church and our brothers and sisters in the world who follow Christianity. Because this is your Christians. These cops in there, they are Christians. They are Christians, and this is how they feel about you. When they see all men in the Bible and whosoever, they don't think
they're not fighting like that. They're not. You mean to tell me the correctional officers aren't fighting? Hey, Tom.
No.
Because this is my thing, and I get tired of people saying, "Well, there's some good cops. No. There's some good correctional officers." Mm-hmm. They're doing this investigation, but I know there's some good correctional. There are none. There are none. Because you can't be good if you allow bad to happen right next to you. That's right. A good person is going to say, hey, can't be beating up these guys like that. You're wrong. Okay. I'm telling the warden, man, you got to stop that. Mm-hmm. You beating up these men is handcuffed. That's right. You're wrong. So the correctional officers don't do that. The police don't go, hey, Officer Smith, he's got to stop that. Officer Smith keeps doing this. Hold up. That never happens. So there are no good correctional officers.
That's right.
There are no good police. Because if I'm in the ISUPK as a priest and one of my brothers does wrong, it is my duty
That's right.
and love for this brother to tell him I'm not saying you're doing anything wrong, Sabiya. For me to go, Sabiya, you wrong, huh? That's wrong. I'm gonna have to take you to counsel, brother. That's wicked what you're doing. We're gonna do that. That's righteousness. That's good. That's just. That's justice.
Okay.
These people are disgusting, man. Go ahead, Nahayala. You was about to say something.
No, I was just saying, like the brothers and sisters that follow Christianity, these are your Christians that you want to be saved. They don't want you to be saved. They will unalive you. They'll unalive your brother and sister incarcerated. And the church they got way more to say about us than they have to say about them. Oh, they make white people.
Whoa. Run that back. Give them a hand.
Like,
Nahayala, that was heavy. Hold on, Nahayala. Can you say that again, please? I might want you to come on camera. Hold up. Come on around here. Stand next to Sabiya. So the Christian church, say what you just said.
The Christian church, right? They will never say
the black
anything.
Christian church.
The black Christian church, the white Christian church, all Christians globally will never have anything to say
black
about
people
this.
as a whole. We'll say the conscious community, the Nation of Islam.
Nobody
the
will have
rosters.
nothing to say about this. But
About the ISUPK.
Well, no, about this murder, this live lynching. They will say not one word, but have so much to say about us. They say, "Oh, we a hate group. Oh, we make."
But nobody is talking about these correctional officers.
But the correctional officers.
Nobody's calling them a hate group.
No, the police is in the churches. The correctional officers are Christians, and they will never ever mention it. That whole doctrine they fed us, God loves everybody, we're all equal. They don't believe that. And as a Christian, as a God-fearing man, you should at least say, you know what? Them officers was wrong. They was wrong. Every Christian right now should be on our pages, should be on our social media telling us, you right.
That's right.
They're wrong.
That's right.
But they will never say that. They'll flip it and say, well, y'all hate white people.
That's right.
White people hate us.
That's right.
White people hate us. They can't even tell you the reason.
They have a system, a prison system. The brother just talked about solitary confinement.
Right.
Did you put in solitary confinement?
I had got 30 days, just under the mark where I didn't have to go to the shoot 200, and I was in there trying to figure out how.
But for 30 days,
yeah,
for 30 days, was it 23 and 1?
It's 24.
Yep, well, that's 24.
It's 24. It's not.
So for
really
30 days, you have to stay what?
In the cell, locked in.
Not in your normal cell.
No, in the box. You know
Can you describe it for us, please?
It's just a cell. It's a cell, and then they got like you know how behind we got right here. That's rec. That's rec. You get an hour back there, and sometimes it's so cold that you like, yo, what rec 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning. It's freezing. What I'm going out there to sit out there for? So it's like you in the cell all day long. You know what I'm saying? And I got 30 days for being in.
So what they do? They just slide your food into the cell?
Yeah. Yep. Slide your food into the cell.
And you're not with nobody else. So
nope. Other people is in the box, in the cells next to you. They're in the box too.
Okay.
It's like a box status. And then you can get out. You can be box status in population. You just on the loss of everything. Or you got the key block. You can't go nowhere. You can't do anything. You don't got no privileges. It's a system. And when you look at the world, we live in prison too. In the world. That things they do to you at your job when
he said 10 books to choose from: shower,
right,
South cuffs every 3 days,
right. Yeah, they put a little cart down.
So you got to shower every 3 days.
Yeah, every 3 days.
That's crazy. Hold on now.
Yeah,
you don't get a shower every day.
No.
So you got to every 3 days you can shower.
Right.
It's like that depends though. It depends, because when you
Wait, when they say hold on. When they say 10 books,
That's
choose
what's
from.
on the cart.
Yep, 10 books.
They wrote a cart by you. It's
Yep.
about 10 books on there. You want to choose one?
Yeah.
Get a book one at a time.
so you damn near can't read.
Damn, they can't read. Damn, they can't read.
Cause what books is on that cart?
Some old crazy
James
stupid.
Patterson.
Yeah, James Patterson.
Doom 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 doom. Law and Order books, huh? Something
John
ridiculous.
Grisham and James Patterson.
Are you serious?
That's it.
Them corny old books.
Corny book.
Yep.
You ain't gonna read it.
But Rick was playing the tape of one of those books. It wasn't that same author, but he was the same. I'm listening. I'm like, these dudes is trash.
Right.
Go ahead.
Now he was saying,
That was it.
yeah,
With your cuffs on.
Mhm.
I don't know what state. What state you in?
All right, where was you at, brother?
Because certain states is different.
Radolph.
Yeah, it probably is.
Go ahead.
I'm about to say too. At the same time, while you in there, it depends because you got to. It goes by levels. You got tier 2, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3.
Right.
You got a tier 3 ticket when you get. That's one of the highest. That's the highest tier.
Said he was in the feds.
Oh wow. So yeah. So even you know what I'm saying. So like it depends if you're gonna get 3 showers. You got to earn them. You got to earn them. Yeah. So like if you climb up after a while, if you're in there for a while,
You gotta earn to get 3 showers.
you got to earn showers. If you make it 2 or every other day 3,
Yo.
after you climb, you earn an extra day of shower and you earn headphones. You earn headphones and then you earn slippers. Yeah, it depends. I'm saying the length. But after a while, then you're gonna get more showers.
Because you was in the joint for 6 months.
Come.
You was in the box for 6 months.
Come.
Okay, so determined based off of your behavior,
Yep.
you got more showers.
Yep.
That is inhumane. Now.
Yeah.
That's inhumane.
Come.
Waterfall from the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Water falls from the goddamn sky, and you can't say it's my time to shower. I just need to shower every day.
And he's saying he was in the feds, so it's like different. It's the same, like
Beast.
overall
Yeah.
beast, but it's different like levels
to this
to
beast.
it. You know what I'm saying? And then like even with the county, you will see the county as its own fierce animal too. You know what I'm saying? As you go to the state, it's more severe than the county as far as you can. They will really bury you up there, but it's like perks that they give you. You get more freedom. You know what I'm saying? You get they bring movie night. You know what I'm saying? They gotta bring the movies every Friday, Saturday, new movies from the world. You get to watch the movies. And now you go get a visit. So they got ways where it's like a reward system. Same way they did with the slaves. Same way. They got perks for being good. And then when you be bad, they take it away. But a lot of times you don't even have to be bad. Like I told you, I did nothing wrong to the officer. And he took my date from me. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing that I wanted to do.
Took what date from you?
I was free. I was in work release. I was damn near free. All I had to do was.
Oh, you talking about the same story?
Yeah, I had to do a whole extra year. He took my date from me. The first thing I was thinking about is this is another thing that I want to talk about, how we get addictions while we in there. The first thing I wanted to do was get high. The first thing I got to get
because
high.
You're oppressed.
Because I'm stressed out.
You're
Yes.
so oppressed in there.
Yes.
I'm not saying that it's right. But like you said, I think you said it before. You go in there and now you smoking cigarettes. You ain't never smoked cigarettes before, but you're so oppressed, you need something to counteract it. Yo, coffee is something crazy in there.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Coffee. You go in there and they're like, you got coffee on you? I'm like, what? Coffee? I'm thinking weed or Coke or something. They said, you got coffee?
And then the drug,
they're finding something to try to curb this oppression.
Right. And they care more about you looking at them in their eyes than the drugs. They want drugs, and they said it. A CO told me one time, they said, yeah, they hit the person who was going down on the floor, and now the violence rises up in the jail when it ain't no drugs. You know what I'm saying? When a shipment is backed up a week or two, it's more work for the COs. So the COs like it when it's drugs.
Because what? Everybody's addicted. And so now they gotta take their anger out on something.
Right.
They're stressed.
Right. So when we all
now
drugs,
you get addicted to violence too.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
So that's why brothers be joining gangs and all that.
Yes.
and they glorify beating on people so much.
When they
even the innocent or somebody, you know what I'm saying? Right. Okay.
Yeah. So the drug addiction is another thing that they don't want to talk about. They don't talk about the drug, like Precinct Officer Natazab said it. We don't talk about how you go in there sober minded and come out addicted to cocaine, addicted to spike. You know what I'm saying? Spike is the big thing now because it don't show up in your system. Like that spike is like heroin times 20. People dying. Listen, Cat, we had something from the Syracuse called death. Yeah. They know us, we known for having the best stuff. You hit it, you die.
Wow.
The man hit it in the yard and died in the yard. And everybody was bugging out trying to get this stuff. Everybody. You had people passing out all over, heart attacks, everything. And they still let this come in, go out.
They bring it in there.
They probably, being in prison, we get it in there. But they let it go come in because they can stop it. Their phone calls monitored. They know everything. But
the reason why I say they bring it in there, it was this brother who was a correctional officer at Rikers Island. Mm-hmm. I forget. He wrote a book about it. Mm-hmm. I forget the name of it. It's something CO. Mm-hmm. And he took the term, flipped it, correctional officer, whatever. Corruption officer is what he's called.
Damn.
And he talked about
that's what they should be called.
Right, corruption officer. And how he would bring the stuff in. Gangs would pay him on the outside. All types of crazy stuff. He's bringing cell phones in there. Everything.
Yeah. Nah, that's possible.
I know that happens. Same thing like we brought up the movie with the Clinton. She went out bringing in everything for them. Mm-hmm. So you'll have that happen. And I heard about Rikers Island stories. That's what they definitely say that happens. But most of the COs there live in like you said, in the city with them. Like you said, he'll go out and he gonna meet up with them. I hear the Rikers Island stories. Oh, they bring it in there. They bring the phones in there and all that stuff like that. So yeah, the COs is with it. Some of them, like the pre said, our people are definitely, you know what I'm saying? They turn the blind eye. They definitely go turn the eye.
That's crazy.
Because the CO told me, he said, I don't know what y'all doing in there, but they watching y'all Syracuse reports. Mm-hmm. And then the next week, our brother got jammed up, but they know what's going on in the jails.
And they like it when it's going on because when at visit day, people going to get the drugs. You know what I'm saying? Visit day, people going down to get the drugs. That day, the jail, everybody is happy. Everybody, even the COs, they happy because their whole thing is easy money. Mm-hmm. If they just want easy money, it's all money for them and power and control. So like that's really one of the real beasts that need to be tackled. That because they scared to stop the drugs coming in because the prisoner go because we so oppressed, we so trodden down put. That's the only thing you can do. That's the only thing you can do. That's it. That's it.
Give it up. Give it up. Dropping it though. All right. Damn.
Yeah, no, it's another world. It's definitely another world. Mm-hmm. And if all those John 3:16 lovers, if you've been to prison, you know the world has a context.
Yeah. You know what that scripture means instantly. By hand, huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it just makes sense.
Okay. What was the other article?
Oh, Salakia.
Yeah, feel free.
Letitia James Rest.
I know somebody. I don't want to say his name, but I know him. He just came home recently, not too long ago. Y'all probably know him. I work with his dad, and he just came home recently. His father was telling me one time because he's nice with his hands. Mm-hmm. He can fight. He can scrap. Mm-hmm. He said the COs didn't like another inmate. Mm-hmm. COs gave him Big Macs, McDonald's, something crazy. Like, brought him in Big Macs, fries, all that. It was like, yo, go handle so-and-so.
And he did it.
And he did it. Mm-hmm. But just imagine, like you said, the power over a Big Mac, over McDonald's. Mm-hmm. Right. Because you ain't eat McDonald's in 10 years.
Right.
Wow.
Mhm.
COs do corrupt things like that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
sick, man.
Kind of do.
That's slavery. That is straight slavery.
That's right.
Mhm.
You give this slave a turkey dinner. So hey, I'll let you come into the big house because I can't stand Mandingo over there. Beat him up. Go ahead.
It's like I'm about to say. That's true. That happened with me in the county on the minor part. Because in the minor part in the Justice Center, due to it was a riot way back, we can't come out for our breakfast.
In the Justice Center.
Come on. Yep. So they have porters pass out, go to each cell passing out the breakfast. So the day before, one day, you know what I'm saying, the dep down there, the CO, I guess he got into it with one of the inmates, but the same inmate, he was the one there, you know what I'm saying, causing problems with everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't even a porter. I was a regular inmate. I wasn't a porter or nothing, never get out in the morning. But the next morning, my cell popped open. And he chose me to pass out breakfast. You know what I'm saying? He opened up another, come on. He opened up another cell, and then I'll go in there. Because I'm saying he knew what he was doing because the same inmate he was talking junk to me and my bro. You know what I'm saying? So he know that. You know what I'm saying? A few of us had a problem with him, but he now it's okay because he have a problem with him. So now I'm saying he opened my cell, let me go in his cell, and we closed the door. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm in it, beam by boom beaming, but he, now I'm saying he opened.
So the straight up CO, no, this is diabolical. You mean to tell me this man, you not the porter, which means
not even the porter.
hand out the breakfast.
Yep.
Did you hand out the breakfast or you just went straight to the cell?
I took him his breakfast.
Wow. And he know you got a beef.
Come.
He know you got beef, got an issue with this cat. And he's like, okay, yeah, give it to him then.
Now he have a problem with him. So that they'll use that. Now, same thing they do in the world where, now I'm saying you hear stories where this police would drop a brother off in his enemy territory.
Yeah.
Same thing up there. They know you got a problem with a brother. I mean, now I'm saying they're going to set up to where you're going to handle it. And some brothers would, now I'm saying they would, now I'm saying, stab a brother, whatever it is, to get whatever reward from the COs, whatever it is. It could be a Big Mac. It could be a little, you're the one that's going to, now I'm saying, be the porter for the night. Or even in the box. They make you a porter in the box. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is.
You can get out.
Come. You're the one that's going to pass out the books. You're the one that's going to, you know what I'm saying, clean the hallway for an hour or two. And you may get an extra meal now. You know what I'm saying? So like, they will give certain perks, same way they like did for Christmas, allow the slave to, for Christmas, y'all can do this. Whatever it is, same thing, nothing changed. So that's what they do up there as well.
This is sick. Go ahead.
Letitia James,
please pull that up.
Recuses office from Marcy Correctional Prosecution.
This is disgusting.
Like this, right?
Letitia James. This is the sister. This is the woman that put Donald Trump on trial. She wanted Donald Trump to go to jail. She don't want them to go to jail because they on the same team. That's disgusting.
It's a lot good.
Please.
That arrow, you see that arrow under his badge right here?
Please point it out, Sergeant.
Yeah.
We can't see it out.
You see that arrow?
Yeah.
That means he's a sergeant. Yep. So he's the highest.
Oh, you talking about on his the patch,
the white shirt.
Now this on his jacket, it's like little lines. Each line is for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Or what? Is it 5 or 10 years?
I never
knew. You know?
That.
Yeah, the jacket. Each line, when you see the stripes right here, like
they got stripes. Yeah,
each line is like, I believe 5 years. It could be 5 years or 10 years. So this officer right here got 15 at least in. You see how this officer don't got no stripes on his jacket. So he more younger. He outranks all of them. Mm-hmm. But look how he looking. He outranks this.
So he got the highest rank in there,
and he looked like he got
and he behind everybody.
He looked like he got the most years in, because this is for years. This right here is for rank. He got one of the most years in out of all these jackets, because you don't see no stripes on none of these jackets. And he got the sergeant, and look how he looked. He looked like he laughing.
He looked happy. He was once one of them.
He looked like he laughing. And just to add real quick, knowing who these people are is such a relief, man. Because going up there blind, you thinking like, yo, all right, we all bleed blood, we all bleed red, we all equal, we all human beings,
Right.
and they not looking at you like that. Like this man got 20 years in, and you it look like he about to kick him in his private.
He did.
That's what, yeah, that's what
That's where they stopped him. Yep.
And he's smiling, he's chuckling. I'm like, and they're holding him down. It's just
They taking turns, man.
it's just a shame.
Go ahead.
Citing conflicts among those under investigation in the Marcy Correctional Facility death of an incarcerated individual, New York Attorney General Letitia James says her office is recusing itself from this case. This decision is not one that was made lightly, but we believe this is the best course of action to protect the integrity of the investigation and to ensure accountability and justice for Robert Brooks, his family, friends, loved ones, and for all New Yorkers, said James on Thursday.
If that's the case, why not just lock these men up?
That's right.
You're the Attorney General. You're the Attorney General. You're the top cop in New York State.
Right.
You are the top cop. See how she can designate which district attorney can handle what case? Meaning she has the power. Why not just lock them up then? If you care about the integrity of the investigation, accountability, and justice for Robert Brooks, why not just lock these men up? If we commit a crime that's on camera, we don't go home. You guilty until proven innocent, but you guilty while you incarcerated, right? Ain't you at the jail? They should put them in the jail where he was at. Go ahead, Al.
She notes her office's Division of State Counsel represents state agencies in legal matters, including the Department of Corrections and correction officers. At the same time, her Office of Special Investigations investigates matters where an officer of the law may have caused the death of a civilian. James says her office conducts internal conflict checks. Slaggy, can I ask a question real quick?
Please.
Is this IG?
No, she's a Attorney General. IG is a part of the same office.
Yes.
It's more internal general.
That's what she's saying. Internal conflicts. Is that IG or no?
Meaning it started off at IG.
And then it made its way.
Yeah.
Okay.
These cats are so foul and corrupt that it starts local, right? Like you tell the warden first, right? Or another correctional officer, or the lady that's in there, ain't it a lady or somebody in there at the prison supposedly handling the affairs between the inmates and the correctional officers?
We all have counselors.
Counselors, right? So it starts off there first, but it got to her office. That's before this happens.
It's like the IG internal generals, they more work with prisons.
Yeah,
but the misconduct.
This is. She's the Attorney General. This took it up to the whole next level.
4 of the correction officers under investigation in the Robert Brooks matter are currently defendants. Are currently defendants in other matters. And are being represented by lawyers in the office of the Attorney General.
The devil that the Bible speaks of, man.
So she represents
the devil. Yes,
she's representing them, and then
she's representing them. She's representing the correctional officers that are beating men, raping women, doing all atrocious, disgusting, foul, illegal, bringing the drugs in. She's representing them. This is what I'm saying. They have a brotherhood.
That's right.
They have a solid foundation. Now, how y'all are saying, it's a different world. They believe in each other. They got a union. They got that. to protect each other.
Yep.
They don't care about your letter, your ticket, your incident report. They don't give a damn about that. She is defending them and are being represented by lawyers in the office of the Attorney General. What?
Wow.
That never happened. That's not supposed to happen. For other cases.
Mm-hmm.
Like y'all said, this is the beat up crew.
Yep. Let's go.
This is the Gestapo. This is the Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
And you said what? Every prison got it?
Come on, every prison.
Y'all, you was bringing something out before the other day. You said these are special correctional officers.
Mm-hmm.
You were saying like a regular correctional officer, he might be fat and sloppy. Like I was watching the movie. They fat and sloppy, the ones that sit at the desk, press the gate buttons.
Yeah, these ones, they work out. They're part of a biker gang.
Yeah.
They're Christian. You know what I'm saying? They're super religious. A lot of them is Aryan Nation. Because you know Aryan Nations are Christians too.
Yep.
They're very Christian.
They just believe that their race is the chosen race.
Yeah.
And everybody else is like heathen.
They said the white Christians.
Yeah.
The white Christian race.
So these skinheads, they got tattoos on their head, biker gang, they ride their bikes to the prison. And the most popular one, he gets the gang that's around him. And they work out. These the Edomites that rounded us up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? These are Edomites that like I say it all the time, me speaking as a man, but I'm led to believe it's some white people out there planning on just getting us back in slavery, getting us back in check.
Oh, absolutely. That's the truth.
And it's those kind. They're like this.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll look at you. What up?
They're ready.
They're like, they ready. They ain't scared. They got the ones a little timid. These ones, they ain't no joke. And they go from case to case to case to prison to prison.
Mm-hmm.
And there be other COs that'll tell you,
Yep.
you better leave him alone.
Yep.
Yeah, he just came from over there. Yeah, killed 2 of y'all.
Being in prison, taking bodies, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, imagine what they doing to them sisters in there.
Good night.
Yeah.
Good night.
It's like they have a lawsuit right now to Bedford and Albion for what they're doing to the sisters. One sister went home pregnant. Some of them getting STDs and all that, and they have a lawsuit.
She went home pregnant from a CO.
Come on. And the same thing. What their investigation proves that from the top to the bottom knows about this. They said they have a closet to where they would take these sisters and again, no camera over there, and they have a walkie-talkie and a code to now let you know when somebody coming. So they have an investigation right now. I don't know. You probably can type it in. The lawsuit on the
you was bringing that out, right?
Yeah. Lawsuit against Bedford and LBR.
Yeah.
Right now, what they're doing to the sisters in the prison.
And it's like you said, are we the only ones bringing this up?
Come on.
It is.
We the only ones talking about this?
Yeah.
It seems like.
Non-stop, I mean.
Come on.
You might get somebody who might talk about it, and then next week it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
This case gonna be gone, and in a month, nobody's gonna remember this.
Come on.
Nobody's gonna talk about this ever again. Robert Brooks is a inmate number who's gone. Please, man.
She adds, even the possibility of mere appearance of a conflict could tie up a potential prosecution and lengthy legal challenges, or get a potential prosecution outright dismissed.
Wow.
She always saying potential, like
outright dismissed. They want this case dismissed.
Yep.
Listen to this. She says she will not allow justice to be delayed or denied because of a conflict.
So why not execute it?
That's right.
Why not execute justice?
Because
you're supposed to execute justice. That's what they're saying they did to Robert Brooks.
Right.
Oh, he's in jail anyway. He's in prison. He's a criminal anyway. What did he say? So how old is Slakia? Edward Schultz is 21, 22? Oh, he was 17 when he committed the crime. 17. You know what these people are saying? Well, he's 17. He's a child. I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying, y'all go ahead and execute justice. The COs executed justice. What they felt was justice to beat this man to death. Is their identity of justice? Is their idea of justice? If that's your idea of justice, why can't you, as the Attorney General? This is Isaiah chapter 30. We're crying to them. We're crying to Egypt. We're crying to some people that hate us to give us justice, to do right. The same people that enslaved you. I think my cousin was telling me he graduated from St. John's law. He got a law degree. He said 40% of the men incarcerated are innocent. 40%.
Wow.
40%.
Wow. Probably more.
Probably more.
Mm-hmm.
Probably more. But they don't care to investigate or do what the Purple Pigs did. IUIC, Nate said we're looking for a man that's 6 feet tall. You lock up a 6'8" brother. They don't care. They just want to get that collar. So you mean to tell me they're executing justice, but we gotta cry and rally and march? It's time for the Most High, for us to pray to the Most High, join the side of the Most High to take this kingdom down.
That's right.
They got to go.
Come on.
Go ahead, Naryala.
Now, Salaki, what she's saying is this: even though it ain't no charges brought up against them, later on the line, it might be charges, and since she already representing them, all the lawyer have to do is say, "Oh, conflict of interest," and all charges drop. All charges dismissed. So she's playing the good guy role, saying, "Oh, I'm going to do what's right by following the law and just requiting myself for the whole case."
But what I'm saying is this, Naryala, you're right. That's the image that's being portrayed.
Right.
And to give it to Fitzpatrick, who's a bastard, who is a bastard. I got people saying, "Well, he going to do it. He going to lock him up."
It might not.
He going to lock him up. You see how hard he went at that sister, Felicia Pitts? Because she didn't want to marry or wed the sodomites. He went all out. Said she can never do marriages again until further notice. That's crazy. You think he gonna lock the ECOs up? Now, when she says she recuses this investigation, it doesn't say that she took her office away from defending them.
No, she didn't.
She's not.
She can't, because that's why she's recusing. Because now, if she filed charges against them, what their lawyer gonna do is drop all charges, because she can't do that.
But okay, can she say, "I'm taking my office away from them"?
No.
Why not?
Because she already
They paid already.
She already in a case with them.
So
only thing she can do is give it to somebody else.
Naryala, this is crazy.
Which is wicked, because why don't we know about the case that they already had? Because I'm pretty sure for them, the case to land on her desk.
Which is wicked, because why is she representing? Why is their office, the Attorney General's office, representing these corrupt correctional officers? That's sick.
That is sick.
Like you
That's
said.
another question. Why y'all represent?
Go ahead.
That's like about.
They should have Salakia. They should have outside lawyers. They have a union. Where the union should get an outside lawyer. That way there's no conflict.
Yep, right.
Because the union that's why you pay your union fees. That's why you're part of the union. And go to your union meetings and whatever. So that way, we got a lawyer for you. But they don't have just a regular lawyer. They have the Attorney General. Just imagine who the Attorney General's office is in court going against. Sabayah, Naryala, Azania from the south side of Syracuse. Our little letters, our little talks to the judge. Our grandmother writing something. The attorney general is against that. Like you said, you had to carbon copy the letter to your mom. Your mom is sending stuff. We ain't no big time look. The attorney general. Go ahead, please.
That's what gonna be my question. I wonder if their lawyers are part of their union, to where they automatically get the best lawyers. Because I'm saying it seems like they just.
What I was saying was the union should have an outside lawyer, so that way it's no conflict.
Yeah. But I think
them being correctional officers, the attorney general is already is delighted before this case come out. With the other cases, they're like excited to represent their police officers, their correctional officers. So they taking it as if they're part of them. You know how you go to court, you go into court against the attorney, the district attorney. You're going to court against the city, against the state.
And they represent you at the same time.
Not us.
No, them.
Right, no. They're going against Mama Johnson, your mother. They're going against your dad, trying to write up these letters. And it's going back to them. That is insane, man.
But Salakia, it's even more wicked because the district attorney is that.
That's what I'm saying.
So
the district attorney is the prosecutor.
So you're supposed to be prosecuting this man, but your lawyers is representing this man. Like, like they're not gonna get convicted.
Wow.
Not with that kind of odds.
It's not even okay. You know how we go to court and our lawyer, everybody always says, your lawyer having lunch with the prosecutor. Right. Sure. This is deeper than that because they're all state and government officials. This is not a private lawyer that you can catch a lawyer and say, yo, you was eating lunch with the prosecutor. You're not supposed to do that. Blah, 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 blah. They're all together already. This is the same woman that wanted to take down Trump. That's crazy. That's insane.
We should be getting the link soon.
Yeah. Would it be like, and also
by
like
the end of the minute.
With the things that they're doing, like they say, it reminds you like how like it definitely brings out their colors, but it reminds you like how like even with the dude on with Daniel Penny, that's the Edomite, right?
Yeah, the Edomite.
And the dude that drove to Chicago. Remember he had when they were doing their little marches for Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
And he had on the live
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yep. And these people pay for they make sure they get the best lawyers. Same thing for them. They get the best lawyers. For us, we get the, you know what I'm saying? Even paying. You know what I'm saying? But they getting the best lawyers in that office, the highest office, you know what I'm saying, that lawyers could be. You know what I'm saying? They strive. Lawyers want to be working in there. And they taking up and trying to make these people innocent.
That's crazy.
Yep, that's a lot. He raised $3 million.
Yeah.
For attorney.
Yep.
You talking about Kyle Rittenhouse?
Daniel Penny.
Oh, Daniel Penny, yeah.
Yep.
But then at the same time, he's with the vice president at the football game. So it's they all together.
Yeah, this place got it.
Edward Schultz, they were trying to raise just 5,000.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's for medical. That's not for attorney fees.
Come.
And his parents, his family keeps getting told, "Oh, we doing the investigation."
Come. That's it.
We doing the investigation.
That's all they.
Who's doing the investigation? The brother of the CO that brutalized him. You just said it's a CO in there, his wife in there, and his brother.
Come.
Damn.
Yep. Hobars. Anybody went to Kasaki, they know about the Hobars. I'm pretty sure they're known there.
Disgusting. Can you check and see? All right, y'all. I want y'all to we getting ready to close this out, but join the roundtable of truth. He sent the link.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shalom, brother.
Yeah, well, Christ, brother, we wouldn't mind. Go ahead, jump on the link and bring y'all on. All right, go first.
All right, y'all. Did he send you the link?
Come.
Can you put the link in this chat?
It'll stream on our channel.
Oh, okay, you got it? Okay. All right, y'all. Shalom.